Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector here just to show you some of this week's pickups. I actually was able to pick these up over the course of a couple days. Wasn't really doing any like real game hunting, and to be quite honest, a lot of what I'm picking up, um, I have to admit I'm picking up in some ways to flip. So I am in the process of finding games to flip. Um, and I'm also trying to find games that I can add to the collection as well. So I'm doing a little bit of both right now. And I'm really the main goal of it is to really try and cover the cost of the games that I'm adding between now and the end of the year. I'm trying to avoid as much out of pocket game purchases as possible. So with all that being said, I'll show you a combination of GameStop and thrift store pickups that I was able to pick up over these past couple days. And we'll start off with Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. Now, I actually had this for the Switch, and I believe I sold my Switch copy. And I want to say that I had this for the Wii at one point, but I sold my Wii copy. So that was the only reason why I decided to pick this up when I saw it at a GameStop, because I don't have any copies of this game. I do have the one that's exclusive to the Wii U. I think it's Xenoblade Chronicle X. I think that's what it's called. I might be wrong. Let me know down in the comments. But this was one that I wanted to add to the collection, just because, Xenoblade is definitely one of the, better RPGs. And this was one that I wanted to have in the collection, even if I couldn't have it on the Wii. So added that one back. Uh, Added another RPG in Tales of the Abyss. Now, I actually have this one on the PlayStation 2. I actually found this one at GameStop as well on the PlayStation 2. And the PlayStation 2 version does have some value to it. GameStop, I think, had it for like 26 bucks, but that's about a $40 game. So definitely was some value there. These, for the most part, I picked these both up at market value from GameStop. This one was 26, and the Xenoblade Chronicles, I believe, was 18. That may be the going price for this. I gotta check price charting. I think price charting actually has this one around 24, 25. So a little bit of a discount on this one, but was glad to add those two. Then we have a more basic pickup here in Dragon Age. Pick this copy up because it was just like in pretty much like new condition. I do have Dragon Age, the Dragon Age 2, the limited edition one on the 360. I've added this and sold this game at least 5 times. I've added it and sold it out of my collection, and in none of those times have I ever actually played through the game. So the goal with this purchase is going to be to keep it and play through it at least before I sell it again. So Dragon Age was an add to the collection. Next one. So I was actually pretty stoked to find some PlayStation 2 games out there, and they were all in great condition. All of these are complete in box, 9 out of 10 condition, really good. Well, 8 out of 10 condition. But Final Fantasy 12, running into a lot of RPGs. I don't know how good Final Fantasy 12 is as compared to some of the others. Obviously, Final Fantasy 7 was like that's the flagship Final Fantasy game. But I don't know where 12 falls in to the mix. So you guys can let me know down in the comments. Should I be excited for this one? What should I expect? But this is an RPG that I'll probably get into. This is one that's being added to the collection, so this isn't going anywhere. Glad to add this one. Also picked up another copy of Devil May Cry. The only thing is this is the special edition. So I actually picked up a copy of Devil May Cry 3 from GameStop, but I think that one was like the standard black label version. This one has some extra content in it here. So looks like this one has where you could play as Virgil, the new Jester boss enemy, a very hard mode, a turbo mode, and more. So even though this is the greatest hits label, I may actually keep this version and sell the black label version that I picked up from GameStop. I actually picked up all these PlayStation 2 games from the local thrift store for $5 a piece. So not bad at all. Went ahead and added this one. And again, all of these PlayStation 2 games are complete and like in really good condition. The manuals are really in great condition as well. I'm just super clean, super crisp. So went ahead and added that in. Now here's a PlayStation 2 game that is also complete. I think this one was complete too. Yeah. So Resident Evil 4, nothing super exclusive or anything like that. Really good condition copy of Resident Evil 4. But this is one that I think I may sell. I don't believe I'm going to keep this in the collection. Whoa. But did pick this up. It was only $5. It kind of has this like first person slash like third person shooter vibe to it. So not necessarily the types of games that I necessarily like to play and keep, but I am buying games to flip, and so I will probably be selling this one. I don't expect to, break the bank on this. Probably about a $10 game online, so I'll definitely go ahead and get that one out of here. And then Soul Calibur 5, this one I'm actually going to be adding to the collection. Was glad to find this one at GameStop. This was like a $6 game. I am a fan of the Soul Calibur games. I'm actually getting back into fighting games again. I wasn't playing them a lot because I didn't really have anyone that I could like play with, and I wasn't really doing any online play. But after playing Mortal Kombat on the 360, I was like, man, there's, even when you're just playing the computer, there's just something that really kind of draws you in, and you start playing and you don't put it down. So Soul Calibur is definitely one I was glad to add into the 360 collection. My 360 collection has just blown up over this past summer. And then here's a really cool find. So this was like a limited edition, like Halo 3. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in here. I'm not gonna break it out, but for those of you who know, this is the like super limited big box edition of Halo 3. This one may also get sold as well. I doubt that I keep this one in the collection just because I'm not a huge first person shooter guy. And Halo 3 is definitely that. But someone else will definitely enjoy it. This was actually a pretty good pickup because I think this was like $6.99 or something like that. So I was glad to actually add that one into the collection when I picked that up. And that was a GameStop pickup as well. And then we have the final GameStop pickup here, which is Tekken 6. Now, the main reason why I picked up this Tekken 6 is because I've seen Tekken 6 a ton of times all over the place, but I've never actually seen it fully complete with the slipcover. And so they had this one here. I'm a fan of the Tekken games. I am. And like I said, I'm getting back into my fighting game. So finding this copy of Tekken was really cool. Finding it complete like that was definitely a great find for me. And so when it comes to the games that are going to be staying in the collection, definitely a couple PS2 games, the Dragon Age, and then some 3DS games. All pretty good stuff to be able to have and add into the collection. This month has been a pretty good month in terms of gaming ads so far. I've added a little bit of everything. Some Super Nintendo, some GameCube, some PlayStation 2, some Xbox 360, some PlayStation 3. So it's been a little bit of a smorgasbord of video game ads. And, we'll see what happens over the weekend. I'm not crossing my fingers. Oh, I also even added an original Game Boy game. That's right. So, oh, and a Dreamcast game. That's right, because I added Expendables. Yeah, so, man, I've been killing Gen 6 and 7 when it comes to these pickups. But we'll see what happens this weekend. We'll see if there's anything new that I can find. Let me know if you've been able to find anything new, any retro stuff this week that you've been able to add to your collection, and I'll catch you over this weekend. It's the Y2K Collector. Hopefully you're having a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.